My favorite poem is A Prayer in Spring, written by Robert Frost in 1915. Oh, give us pleasure in the flowers today, and give us not to think so far away. As the uncertain harvest, keep us here, all simply in the springing of the year. Oh, give us pleasure in the orchard white, like nothing else by day, like ghosts by night. And make us happy in the happy bees, the swarm dilating round the perfect trees. And make us happy in the darting bird, that suddenly above the bees is heard. The meteor that thrusts in with needle bill, and off a blossom in midair stands still. For this is love, and nothing else is love, the which it is reserved for God above, to sanctify to what far ends he will, but which it only needs that we fulfill. In my initial reading of the poem, I thought the piece was about an individual's request for God to bring happiness and joy through signs of spring. With things to worry about in the future, the narrator of the poem wishes to live more in the present and simply enjoy the springtime view, one that won't last forever. In line 1, I picture the image of blooming flowers in early spring. Not only can I see the colorful flowers outside, but I'm also reminded of the fresh and sweet smell of nature, evoking a calming feeling in me. This feeling also comes with a sense of joy as the winter snow finally melts away and the first signs of spring appear. Line 3 also unveils a vivid image of an uncertain harvest with withering crops, unpredictable weather, and dry spells. Along with these visual images, an uncertain harvest brings about a gut feeling of apprehension for the future, which makes the narrator's gratitude for the present day even more relatable. In lines 5 and 6, Frost uses similes to compare the white flowers of orchards to images of the day and night. In the first simile, the flowers represent beauty that's incomparable to anything found in visible daylight. Meanwhile, the second simile brings a darker tone to the poem, as the white flowers are likened to ghosts at night, where the theme of fear and uncertainty for the future returns. Another example of figurative language occurs in lines 7 and 8 through personification and a metaphor. Here, the swarm of bees is described to have human-like emotions. As the bees are described to be happy, their lively and energetic qualities are transferred to the community of people in the poem. In this example, the community that the narrator refers to as us is the tenor, while the swarm of bees is the vehicle. The use of figurative language helps to convey the joy and appreciation that people have for spring, just as bees depend on flowers in the season to ensure that the colony continues to survive and flourish. This poem is written in iambic pentameter with a repeating rhyming pattern. The mostly consistent meter without major interruptions helps to further emphasize the message of remaining calm and stress-free in the present moment. This idea of staying at ease without worrying about the uncertainties of the future can also be applied in the rhyme scheme of the poem, as it is fairly predictable and flows smoothly. One substitution occurs in line 8, where the word dilating creates a Pyrrhic foot. The unaccented syllables in this line help make the image of a growing swarm of bees less alarming and aggressive, and instead gives the impression that the bees are gradually spreading further out. In line 11, there are substitutions in the meter and structure. This line contains a Pyrrhic foot in the word meteor, a spondee with the words thrusts in, and also has 11 syllables rather than 10. The unaccented syllables in meteor spark the reader's attention as the meter starts to shift. The following accented syllables give extra emphasis to the unique action of a hummingbird thrusting its bill into a flower, with rapid wing beats that contrast from the flower's stationary nature. By investigating the imagery, figurative language, and structure of the poem, I gained a better understanding of the prayer in the piece. Though I initially thought that the narrator was sending a religious prayer, I came to realize that the narrator spoke on behalf of an entire community whose people strove to change their ways of thinking to be more positive. Analyzing the poem also gave me a deeper understanding of Frost's message about life. A prayer in spring teaches us to be grateful for today and not let ourselves be consumed by hopes or uncertainties of the future.